And speaking of local, you've heard us talking about him all the time. It's Ron WYSOCARSKI. We have Ron on the phone. Ron, how are you this morning?
We're doing great. It's great to be talking to you guys today.
Wow.
Absolutely. And you personally, how are you? How's your everybody
Business.
that works with you? How are you dealing with people and your customers? How's that all going?
Well, the first thing is we've been in the market for a long time, and I think that we've developed trust with the clients that we work with. So we're not panicking. It's business as usual, if you will. So what we are working with them is just helping them understand that if they're buying right now, the rates are super low, and it's something that they can have for the next 30 years. And let's face it, it's not always going to be like this, I don't think, for the next 30 years, and things will kind of get back to whatever the new normal is going to be. So we want to be that calming influence and really provide a lot of communication and a lot of great information. So, our research teams are working very hard to make sure that we're protecting our clients, whether they're buyers or sellers.
Yeah, you said the rates are low, so I was wondering, would now be the best time to buy?
If we weren't going through our current health crisis, then absolutely. And with rates as low as they are, to locking in rates in, I guess, the threes or whatever, that's super low right now.
Yeah.
That would really benefit from, my first house was like 10%, and I know rates years ago were like 20%.
Yeah.
So over the next 30 years, as you're building wealth for yourself and your family and heading towards your retirement, to have that fixed cost in that low range, that'd be a huge win. So if someone is comfortable moving forward with a purchase right now, those numbers really speak well as far as the interest rates. And I have a suspicion you're going to ask me about pricing.
Yeah. So, let's talk about pricing. How's pricing?
Okay. Well, you mentioned a friend had stepped away from a contract. I can tell you that what we are commonly seeing right now is that when we get to the closing, the banks and the closing companies are getting ready to have the closings, and there's some trepidation on the part of the buyer to complete that closing. And of course, what they're concerned about is this like 2008, where I buy a house for $300, and a month later, or 2 months later, it's worth $150,000?
Yeah.
I don't feel there's no part of me that feels like we're, like 2008 when the financial markets just collapsed.
Right.
We learned lessons through that. There's so much that's been done through the government and the businesses to protect us in the country against that. So I don't see prices falling through the floor. I actually think it's more like 9/11, if you will, where the market paused just a little bit. We were uncertain, and once we saw that it was okay to move forward, we all did it together, and I think that's what we're experiencing right now. So I don't expect a big drop in values, if you will. I just think it'll take just a little pause in the market.
Yeah.
For some people.